welcome to Computer and Colby's Raging Glory. As always, I am Colby Colbert.
And I'm still Computers 108.
Now today is a very special day. Since our 4th video, we have gotten officially 50 viewers just on Sims 2 Pets alone. And, according to our channel, we have 2 subscribers! Celebrate! Yahoo! I love you, man!
It's over.
I killed the moment.
Yep.
No.
Anyway, so, Ty. I can't do an Australian accent, so we're not even gonna go there.
The game today is Ty the Tasmanian Tiger, the famous 2002 game. And when I mean famous, I mean it's a completely hidden gem. Let's get you the history when it comes to Ty the Tasmanian Tiger. Ty the Tasmanian Tiger was created back in 2002 by Chrome Studios, which before creating this game created the extremely goofy skateboarding game, which I actually got through a demo on a mail. Remember when Disney actually used to give demos through the mail? It's almost unheard of today. Anyway, reviewers everywhere decided to give it the excellent rating of meh. So, why did this game not get the high scores that it should have gotten? Well, most likely it's because 2002 was pretty much an awesome year for video games. Games such as Metroid Prime, Legend of Zelda Wind Waker, and freaking Kingdom Hearts came out! Yes! But I digress. So, I can already hear all of you saying, how can we trust you, Colby Colbert? Also, are there really tigers in Tasmania? Well, sort of yes and sort of no. There are no tigers in Tasmania. This is the Tasmanian tiger, which is actually very similar to the dingo. The Tasmanian tiger went extinct around the time that British settlers came onto the island, and they pretty much all hunted them into extinction. It was actually around the 2002 era that scientists actually found some DNA of a Tasmanian tiger through bones, and they were hoping to actually clone them to bring back the species. Unfortunately, by 2006, they would realize that the DNA was too damaged to actually do this. However, the game already had its setting, which is why the story is actually very prevalent to this right here. And that is your history lesson by Dr. Colbert. But enough of this history crap. There's only one way for you guys to figure out the pure awesomeness that is this game. Time to play it.
Strap on your dungarees, folks. We're going to play the game.
Woo!
Here's one. Is this really necessary? It's a toaster!
Who's the video game expert?
Alright, just do it.
So Ty the Tasmanian Tiger first starts off with this FMV. Oh my god, this is so choppy! Seriously, it's fucking hurting my eyes! So once we get past this very choppy FMV, we start off with... Wait a minute. What did this guy said? This build... I'm it? You must catch me? Okay, hold on a second. This guy does not know how to play tag for his fucking life. Here, Patrick, I'm it. Catch me if you can.
Maybe it's Australian tag.
It doesn't matter if it's fucking Australia. The water swirls a different way. That doesn't mean tag's supposed to be the opposite.
God fucking damn! Play tag right! Maybe tag squirrel's a different way.
My mom told me not to talk to strangers.
Fuck off!
So now we reach where Ty is in this cave, and he's met by this guy, the Bunyip Elder. And he's explaining what happened also many years ago when it came to all these cave paintings. And boy, does this enemy hold a grudge.
Alright, I got this. Okay, Boss Cass, really? Okay, we get it. Mammals are here. Fucking grow up. Like, for real. We get it, honestly.
I just love Remember the Comet. I can just imagine that as a little sticker that they gave to all the birds afterwards. Support World War V! Remember the Comet!
That's like the best line he has this whole time, though. You know what I'm saying?
And unfortunately, this is where the story kind of falls.
Now to restore the natural order once and for all. Oh my God! Give it up, Boss Cass. Never, never, never! Bye-bye.
We have the goods.
No!
Sorry about that, Jesse.
Best part about having the camera
Those
elevated.
brave few who challenged Boss Cass were trapped in the dreaming.
Hold on, I gotta interrupt here. Fucking cave drawings, who wrote this bullshit? Look, my parents, fuck you, Ty! They're fucking cave drawings! Every Tasmanian tiger looks the same.
To save my family. Oi, Ty! Are you okay?
This is the hub world.
And I must say, it's probably one of the best hub worlds. I mean, shoot, this probably beats Mario 64's hub world. I really want to explore every single inch and crevice of this area.
But that won't take you very long, because although it looks bigger than it is, it's really quite a small hub world.
The other problem with it is that with how small it is and where all the other levels are branching off, it feels like that there should have been more levels, at least maybe 3 more, but it just doesn't, it feels like that they were closed off somewhere, because only half the entire hub world is for the regular levels, and then the other half you'll have the main boss level.
Yeah, it just seems kinda, again, unfinished, or maybe even unthought out, you know?
I feel like that this game could have easily been bigger and easily longer, which it needed the time. This game can be beaten in a weekend if you have the time and effort to do so.
But, again, kid game, attention span, and they did make 2 other games, so we haven't played those, but I'm hoping they actually extended the story and made it a little bit more advanced.
Or at least added more levels to it.
Then again, they never probably thought teenagers would be playing their games, so...
Even though this is actually a very good game.
Shadow Thunder.
The story pretty much is downhill from here. It's very repetitive and it can be found on fanfiction.net if you probably look hard enough. Ty goes here, Ty gets a Thunder Egg. Ty goes here, Ty gets a Thunder Egg. Ty goes here, Ty gets a Thunder Egg. Ty goes here, he gets head from Sheila. Ty goes here. Okay, I made that last part up, but it's pretty much what it is.
Okay. In the beginning, if you recall, there was rare as hen's teeth. Then fucking hen's teeth are becoming very common. Very common, people.
It's actually very surprising that you see everyone has one except for Ty, and as Maury says, they're as rare as hen's teeth.
Here, I found this laying around. Do you want it? You ripper! What the fuck? No, not every everyone can have them! Then they aren't that rare!
Ooh, you took that one right up the ice.
As much as we've been dissing the story so far, the gameplay is where this game soars. It's absolutely fantastic.
Spectacular. The visual, graphics, everything's pretty good for a PlayStation 2 game from others that I've seen.
And there's very, very few glitches that can be found. Most critics were pretty much saying that Ty the Tasmanian Tiger was either a ripoff of Crash Bandicoot or Mario 64. However, if I was going to compare this game to anything else, I'd say it's the spiritual successor of Banjo-Kazooie.
Yeah, it really is.
Yes.
Australian version, would you say?
Yes, we are going there. I must say that if you take a look at the gameplay, the collectathon elements, as well as our characters ourselves, they kind of resemble the bear and the bird just by the overall look, just on the GameCube. I felt like that this should have been what Rareware should have gave us when it came to Banjo-Kazooie 3. Unlike some other pieces of shit I know.
Nuts and bolts.
Alright, that's just
But yeah, it's pretty much a Banjo-Kazooie remake. It was almost like if the Crocodile Dundee and the Alligator Hunter decided to do a Let's Play Banjo-Kazooie. That's Ty the Tasmanian Tiger.
Now, there are a couple of things where they were almost like, oh, we gotta publish this game! Screw that other shit that we were going to do. Like, for example, the Bunyip Elder. You can actually, what would you say, become like an automaton of him, sort of?
There is this one section in the game where you can actually go up to an area where you get a gameplay-ish
spot, kind of?
It's where you're able to play like if you were going to play the Bunyip Elder. However, it is very unfinished.
It's sort of missing sound elements almost. Yes, the punching sound effects are there, it's got a growl, but we noticed one important thing was missing. When you jump and hit the ground, nothing. Literally nothing. I don't know. Besides that... Yeah.
It's also in very few places in the game. You see it 3 areas, but it doesn't really do anything for the game itself. The entire thing could have been completely cut out and it would have been fine. Felt like that they were trying to do something with it, but didn't have enough time and needed to publish the game and forgot to cut it out. I felt like that if they had an entire level just designated to that sort of battle combat, it would have actually made a difference, but here it just feels unfinished.
Never knew there was something under there.
Yeah, me either. Imagine that.
Alright, should we move on to the next level? Alright, get the next 2 levels, basics, and then, get going.
Yeah, then we'll do the end part, and then that's it. Right?
Yep.
Okay.
Do you need a high-def camera like mine?
a beaut spot for a swim if you know how.
I'm feeling like Jenny's ice cream.
I wouldn't mind some Jenny.
No, actually, I'm way not.
Ty, mate, good to see you again. G'day, Rex.
In a minute.
I need a favour, mate. Elle went for a bit of a swim out near Danger Spike. It's a nice little spot, not too far from Shark Reef.
Yeah, and?
Well, anyway, she's an excellent swimmer, but she hasn't come home yet. I'm starting to get a bit worried. I'm on lifeguard duty, so could you have a look for me?
Sure, no worries.
Patrick, there's nothing wrong with what I'm feeling.
Really?
It's perfectly natural.
Really?
Yep.
This game is very, very good, and there's very few glitches. Overall, it's... Wait, what was... Hold the phone! Rewind this, Patrick.
She speaks some
Did she just turn
badass
from
French.
English to French?
Her
That's
French
hilarious!
sounds better than her English voice.
I know.
G'day, Ty. Our good friend Shazza can get herself into a pickle sometimes. This time, that truck has broken down at the end of the forest road.
Her truck's 3 times as big as she.
But if that isn't bad enough, I spotted some blue-tongue lizards nearby. You reckon you can give her a hand? She bet.
They look like enemies from the 1980s Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Yeah,
So focusing on our main hero, Ty, he moves in a very interesting way. He can move left, he can move right, he throws boomerangs, and he can glide with his boomerangs. A very interesting and clever touch. He can also jump like he's a frickin' rocket ship.
yeah.
Which is kind of hard to get used to at first, but at least it's unique, you know?
On the bright side, NASA doesn't need any rocket propels. All they need is Ty to be on the bottom of all their rockets.
I love you
3,
where you don't have to
2,
be, you know?
1, blast off.
I'm just going to breeze through this one. Speed demon. I am surfing. There's absolutely no difference between me pulling forward and me, you know, pressing the bite button, except...
The last thing that I must say, other than he can bite, which is kind of curious because his mouth is usually just like on one side, and yet biting is the only time you see his mouth actually connected to each other.
Major
Which
Ken.
again was an interesting way to have the characters talk, but I don't know if it was a lack of graphic concepts
Or if it was the drawing design.
Yeah, that could be it too, but we're not really sure on that one.
As well as Ty jumping, there are some areas where your jumping is actually reduced, which, if you continually jump, makes you jump like Tigger.
Alright, so get the Tigger.
The wonderful thing about Tigger is Tigger the wonderful thing. The tops are made out of rubber, the bottoms are made out of spring. The bouncy, trouncy, flouncy, pouncy, fun, 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 fun. But the most
This broad better be worth it. It's like that one Mario thing. I've saved you so many times now, I better get a lot of money or sex for this.
Yeah.
No, it's a poster, like a picture.
Oh.
G'day, Shazza.
Oh, shivers! Oh, Ty, am I glad to see you. Would you mind keeping those blue tongues off me back while I fill up my watering bottle?
No worries.
Thanks, Possum.
What we were first saying when we got those, where it's pretty much that...
Thanks heaps for what you did back there, Possum.
No worries.
By the way, I found this at the creek. You want it?
Also in her cooch.
Well, I better get a move on. See you soon, Possum.
At least it got the cars part right.
Yeah, then that should be good.
Yeah, that'll at least cheer our spirits up a bit.
Since we at least got a jungle one, the tutorial. Although I think I might just record the tutorial on the PlayStation, maybe.
This is it, the wide open outback. What a glorious view! Lots of sand, red earth and rock and some more sand and another rock and more sand. Yes, it's glorious, all right.
We're going to get that just because his definition would be our definition of the outback.
Yeah.
Can you get the original boss battle with this too?
Yeah, I can do that.
You're gonna sit on that? Are you feeling all right, mate?
Ah, he's a big pussycat when you get to know him. Right, Ty?
Yeah, right is right. I'll use this.
Implied meanings.
Random destruction!
Warning, this scene contains lots of random destruction. Please, for the feeble-minded, pay close attention. And stop being a freaking pussy.
I just thought of something.
Run away!
I just thought of something sweet.
What?
Alright, so riding that, right?
Yeah?
And then it randomly cuts to a scene of hillbillies driving a truck. And then goes back to this again.
I forgot about the rocks.
This is art. You will hear a buzzer. When you hear the buzzer, stare at the art.
Alright, that should be good for this level.
Oh, hold on.
Doing the thing with Shazza again.
Yeah, just so that way we can get the Bob's Greasy Burgers.
Oh, Ty, I'm glad to see you. Can you help me out of a fix? The onions from my house farm have gotten loose. Probably heading for Greasy Gus's hamburger shop again.
Strength.
Last time they ate at Gus's, I was sick for a week, poor things. I've tried to catch them before, but my old truck, it's just not fast enough.
No worries. I'll reel him in with this, me lasso ring.
I owe you one, Possum.
Yes, you do. So my question is, how are you going to repay him? Except I think we all know how.
Sex. Money? Money and sex?
I was going with Greasy Gus. What were you thinking? And that's Ty the Tasmanian Tiger, mates.
What are you doing?
I'm playing the game, mate. After all, we're going to have a bonsai jolly good time. Killjoy.
Yeah.
Anyway, so Ty the Tasmanian Tiger is definitely one of those hidden gems in the 2002 era. Now, granted, it's kind of expected why it would be hidden because of some of the other big names, but this game is really, really an underrated game.
I believe it was advertised in the back of the manual of Harry Potter, right?
Yeah, the only reason why me and Patrick actually knew about this game was because we were looking through some of our games thinking of what to do, and on the back of the Harry Potter instructions, die. Now, although this is a great game that I say anyone should get, it does have its flaws. The occasional few glitches in the game that make it kind of funny, but sometimes just a pain in the butt, as well as a relatively disappointing ending and a story that's kind of foreseeable, but let's face it, it's a kid's story, and also, if you notice, a lot of these type of games really kind of have the same story. Mario is pretty much saving the princess, so you can't really blame them there.
Fun game, predictable ending.
Overall, we rate this game an 8.9 out of 10. It's only a point off from being a 9 game, but this is still a great game to have. And it's now time for our newest meter, the Rage or Glorification meter, where we decide either if you should rage about the game or glorify about the game. And we say that for this game, Ty the Tasmanian Tiger, total glorification. It has its weak points, but this should be someone that any GameCube holder or even PlayStation 2 holder, they should have this in their video game library. It's such a hidden gem. It's fun to see. It's brilliant. It's creative. It's just overall fun. I can't even remember the last time I was stuck watching and playing a game and hours fly by without even me noticing it.
Neither can I.
And that's it for Raging Glory. Tune in next time. And we like to thank all of our subscribers when it comes to this video and for all future videos. This is for you, and we all love you because of it. And of course, we would both like to thank our favorite subscriber, Aftermath Makes Music.
What?
Aftermath Makes Music.
Kendall.
Why Kendall?
Because I said so.
Hold on. Aftermath made our entire intro when it came to our song and our entire show.
And Kendall's our first public subscriber.
Well, yeah, but still.
Kendall.
Aftermath.
Kendall.
Aftermath.
Kendall.
Well, you're going to be an Aftermath.
Oh, you're going to be a Kendall. Wait, that's... Tune in next time, folks.
Oh, get back here!
Moving to the country, I'm gonna eat a lot of peaches. I'm moving to the country, I'm gonna eat me a lot of peaches. I'm moving to the country, I'm gonna eat a lot of peaches. I'm moving to the country, I'm gonna eat a lot of peaches.